Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about lsblock. It's used to display details about block devices. So all the information, it's in /sys virtual file system. That's where the command gets it, and it's displayed in a tree-like structure. All right, we're going to get started. I'm going to do lsblock. All right, over here is going to give you some info. The first column is the device name. Second is major and minor device numbers. Then the RM. 1 indicates that the device is removable. 0 means that it's not. Then we have the size. It's in gigs in this instance. And then the last one is in megabytes. RO stands for read only. If it's 1, that means it's read only. If it's 0, that means it's not. Then we have the type. So the type tells you if it's a disk, is it a partition, is it an LVM, is it a CD. As you can see here, we have disk, partition, LVM, and a ROM. Then the mount point over here just tells you where it's mounted at. The only downside about lsblock is that it doesn't show you all the devices that are free. It just shows you the devices that have actual info or data on it. So if you do the lsblock-a, it gives you all the information. But in this instance, I don't have any extra stuff, so the command won't do me any good. So if you do lsblock-l, it will take this tree-like structure away if you don't like that. So that's what the -l does. You can also use sudo, but like sudo-o, then name, then type. Yep, I'm thinking about something else, so my apologies. Okay, so just forgot to put the lsblock in front of it, whatever. But I don't need it because I'm already roots. All right, cool. Totally forgot. All right, so over here you can be more specific of what fields that you want to show. So I'm gonna do mount point. So as you see here, it gives you like the actual columns that you want. If I just want the name, it'll give me the name, and then I can also use the L to omit the tree-like structure. All right, we're going to move to the next one, and then we can do lsblock-m, and this one will show you the permissions and the ownership of the actual device. As you can see, the B stands for block device, and then we have read, write, and then no permissions for others. And then you can also be specific about it. You can do lsblock dev, and then I can do sda1. And then it gives me the info like that if you want to be specific to a certain block device. And then if you want to remove the header, you can do lsblock-n. This will take the header away. As you can see, there's no header. If you want to display only SCSI devices, you can do -S. This will just give you SCSI information, or the SCSI devices. As you can see here, it gives you the info. All right, and that's pretty much it. There's one more I want to show you guys, is lsblock-f. If you use this one, it will show you the file system. So as you can see here, it gives us a name, the file system type, which is XFS. There's an LVM2 member. And then we have the file system version, and then we have a label to it. The UUID is a universal unique identifier. So pretty much why this is good is like if drives get swapped around, it will always be correct because it's referencing the UUID name, not the actual physical location where the drive is located. And then the file system availability, how much is in use, and the mount points. And then if you want to get more information about lsblock, I always recommend to use the man pages. So going through these man pages, that you can see the top is the name. Then we have the synopsis. And then over here, you have the description. Tells you a bit more information about it. And then as you can see, back to how the command is used, you can see lsblock, and then you have options and you have the device. So you have to use the options before you specify the device. And you see the dot dot dot, that means you can specify as many devices as you want. These are the actual like commands that you can use. Exclude list, help, include, use ASCII characters for tree formatting. That's pretty cool. I'll probably try. I haven't tried that one. Which one is that one? ASCII formatting. That's pretty cool. -I. We use the SCSI one, as you saw that one. That one was pretty cool. And then that's pretty much it. Just you can use this to, like I said, get more info. Let's try this one last one. This is the ASCII one. Okay, cool. I kind of, let's see. Yep, I kind of see the ASCII version. As you can see, it has that little like those little like characters, ASCII characters. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and please let me know what other content you would like to see. And have a great day. Thank you.